Welcome to Touring Globe. Here comes Oman Travel Guide, Arabia's timeless jewel. Oman. A name that echoes with the scent of frankincense, the call of the desert wind, and the stories of sailors who crossed oceans guided only by stars. Unlike much of the modern Middle East, Oman has chosen a quieter path, one that preserves its traditions, respects its landscapes, and embraces visitors not with spectacle but with authenticity. This journey through Oman is not just a travel guide. It is an invitation to walk through deserts that whisper like waves, to climb mountains that hide emerald oases, to wander souks where silver glitters under lantern light, and to meet a people whose hospitality is woven into their very identity. So take a deep breath, and let's step into the Sultanate of Oman, the Arabia of dreams. First impressions. Arrival in Muscat. Your journey begins in Muscat, the capital. Unlike Dubai or Doha, Muscat does not dazzle with glass skyscrapers. Instead, it greets you with low, whitewashed buildings crowned with domes, minarets, and arches. The city blends into the rugged brown mountains that rise like guardians behind it, while the sea sparkles endlessly in front. The air carries a mix of sea breeze, incense, and desert dust. It feels ancient, dignified, calm. From the airport to the city, you'll notice a rhythm that is different. Traffic flows calmly, buildings reflect heritage, and the sense of space is wide and welcoming. Oman doesn't shout for attention. It speaks softly, and in doing so, it captures your heart. Muscat, gateway to Oman. Muscat is not a single city but a collection of districts stretching along the coast. Each has its character. Mutra Corniche, a seaside promenade where old dhows bob in the harbor. The Mutra souk is a labyrinth of narrow lanes filled with the smell of frankincense, oud, spices, and freshly polished silver. This is one of the oldest marketplaces in Arabia, alive with bargaining voices and treasures of trade. The Sultan Qaboos Grand Mosque, perhaps the most beautiful building in Oman. Its vast prayer hall glows with marble, intricate Islamic patterns, and one of the largest handwoven carpets in the world. Above, a chandelier shines like a galaxy suspended from the heavens. The Royal Opera House, a modern masterpiece that blends Omani tradition with global culture, where opera meets Arabic music under a marble dome. Old Muscat, guarded by ancient Portuguese forts, Jalali and Marani, built when European empires sought to control these seas. Walking here feels like stepping back into the days when Oman's sailors commanded oceans. Geography of contrasts. Four faces of Oman. Oman is a land of dramatic diversity. Within one country, you'll find landscapes that could belong to four continents. The coastline, stretching over 3,000 kilometers, Oman's coast is wild, rugged, and pristine. From fjords in the north to palm-fringed beaches in the south, it's a playground for dolphins, turtles, and divers. The deserts, the Wahiba sands, with endless golden dunes that shift with every breeze, are both harsh and magical. Nights here reveal a sky full of stars, more brilliant than anywhere else. The mountains, the Al-Haja range dominates northern Oman. Jebel Shams, the Grand Canyon of Arabia, offers dizzying cliffs and deep canyons, while Jebel Akhdar, the Green Mountain, blooms with rose gardens, pomegranate orchards, and terraced farms. The south, around Salalah, the land transforms during the monsoon. The Kharif brings mist, waterfalls, and greenery, making Dhofar unlike anywhere else in Arabia. Oman is a world within a country. A journey through time. History of Oman. To understand Oman, you must walk through its history. Land of frankincense, thousands of years ago, caravans of camels carried frankincense from Dhofar across Arabia. The resin was worth more than gold, prized in temples of Egypt and Rome. Today, ruins like Al-Bailed and Sumharam tell the story of this ancient trade, now a UNESCO heritage route. The age of sailors, Omanis were master navigators. Their wooden dhows sailed to East Africa, India, and China. Legends say that Sinbad the sailor was inspired by Omani voyages. In the 19th century, Oman's empire stretched as far as Zanzibar, where Omani sultans ruled. Fortresses of power, scattered across Oman are hundreds of forts, from the round tower of Nizwa Fort to the vast Bala Fort with walls stretching for miles. These were built not just for war, but as symbols of power and culture. Modern Oman, in 1970, Sultan Qaboos came to power and transformed Oman. Roads, schools, and hospitals appeared, but without erasing tradition. Today, Oman stands as one of the safest, most welcoming countries in the world, modern, yet rooted in its identity. Must-see destinations. Nizwa, the heart of heritage. At the foot of the Haja Mountains lies Nizwa, once the capital. Its massive fort, with a circular tower, dominates the skyline. Inside, you'll find stories of scholars, warriors, and rulers. The Nizwa souk is famous for silver jewelry, daggers called khanjars, and Friday goat markets that feel centuries old. Jebel Shams and Amp, Jebel Akdar, Mountains of Majesty. Jebel Shams, the Mountain of the Sun, is home to Oman's Grand Canyon. Standing on the edge, the view is staggering, sheer cliffs dropping into endless valleys. Jebel Akdar, or the Green Mountain, is the opposite, cool, lush, and terraced with rose gardens. In spring, locals distill rosewater that perfumes the air. This is where Oman's natural beauty meets human harmony. Wahiba Sands, the desert dream. Golden dunes roll like waves for hundreds of kilometers. Bedouins live here in simplicity, raising camels and goats. Visitors can ride camels, drive 4x4s over dunes, and spend nights in desert camps where the silence is broken only by fire crackle and traditional songs. Sur, the city of dhows. By the sea, Sur is famous for its dhow shipyards. Watching craftsmen shape massive wooden vessels by hand, without blueprints, is like seeing history alive. Nearby, Ras Al Jins is a sanctuary where green turtles come ashore at night to lay eggs, a timeless cycle of nature. Salalah, Arabia's garden. In Dhofar, Salalah is a land transformed by the Kharif. From June to September, monsoon rains bring waterfalls, misty hills, and lush valleys. It feels more like India than Arabia. Here you'll find the frankincense trees that made Oman rich thousands of years ago. Musandam, Norway of Arabia far north, separated by the UAE, lies the Musandam Peninsula. Its fjords, deep blue water framed by cliffs, are breathtaking. Dhow cruises here past dolphins and villages unreachable by road. Omani cuisine, a journey of flavors. Omani food reflects its trade routes, combining Arabian, Indian, and African influences. Shua, meat marinated in spices and slow-cooked underground for up to 48 hours. A dish of celebration. Mijbors, rice with saffron, often served with chicken or lamb, rich with spices. Mashwai, freshly grilled kingfish with lemon rice, a coastal classic. Halwa, a sweet dessert of rosewater, nuts, and saffron, served at weddings and special occasions. Kahwa, Omani coffee, flavored with cardamom, always offered with dates as a gesture of hospitality. Meals in Oman are never rushed. They are an experience, often shared, always welcoming. Traditions and hospitality. Hospitality is sacred in Oman. Guests are honored with coffee, dates, and warm smiles. Refusing is impolite, not because of offense, but because generosity is at the heart of Omani life. Men often wear the dishdasha, a white robe, with a kumma, embroidered cap, or turban. The curved silver dagger, the khanja, is a symbol of pride and tradition. Women's clothing is vibrant, with colorful dresses and ornate jewelry. Music, poetry, and storytelling remain important. In villages, you may still hear ancient songs sung under starlight. Adventure and nature. Oman is an explorer's paradise. Wadis, dry riverbeds that become emerald oases. Wadi Shab is a highlight. Hike through canyons, swim in turquoise pools, and discover hidden caves. Wadi Bani Khalid is another jewel, with palm groves and clear water. Diving. The Damianate Islands are a marine sanctuary with coral reefs, whale sharks, and turtles. Wildlife. Oman is home to oryx, gazelles, flamingos, and dolphins. In the deserts, you may encounter camel caravans against the sunset. Hiking. Trails across the Al-Haja Mountains reveal ancient villages and practical tips. Best time to visit. October to April for pleasant weather. June to September only for Salalas Kharif. Transport. Rent a car, distances are long, and public transport is limited. Roads are excellent. Dress. Modest clothing is expected, cover shoulders and knees. Safety. Oman is one of the safest countries in the world. Respect traditions and you'll be welcomed with open arms. Why Oman is different. Unlike its neighbors, Oman does not build its identity on spectacle. There are no record-breaking skyscrapers, no theme park islands. Instead, Oman offers something rarer, authentic Arabia. It is the silence of the Wahiba sands under 1,000 stars. It is the fragrance of frankincense wafting through a souk. It is the sight of green mountains blooming in a desert land. It is coffee shared with strangers who become friends. Thank you for watching. Kindly subscribe. See you in the next video.